Good evening, and thank you for joining us tonight at our virtual Angel of Hope reception. This is not the Rainbow Room at Rockefeller Center, so let's hope we can be there together next year. I'm speaking to you from our offices in Industry City in Sunset Park, Brooklyn. This office is a microcosm for much of what we do at MercyFirst. This is our main office for our family foster care and adoption program in New York City that cares for about 300 foster children every day. Our new family support program that we opened in July is also based here and works with about 100 families at a time to strengthen them and support them so their children can remain safely at home and not in foster care. Care management services are provided out of this site to help about 200 families in Brooklyn and Queens who have a child with a serious medical or mental health issue. Our Bridges to the Future program works with about 90 teens in foster care to help them prepare for the future when they are no longer in foster care, including our scholarship program to help them attend college or vocational school. And finally, our medical office provides well baby exams, vaccines, and checkups to all the children and youth we work with in New York City. That includes our kids in foster homes, our mother-baby residences, and our youth reception center that we provide on behalf of New York City to youth awaiting long-term foster care placement. Oh, and we host family visiting here several days and evenings as well. To say this is a busy place is putting it mildly. And yet all of this has nothing to do with the programs that we have on Long Island, such as our Start with Hope program that works with unaccompanied minors from Central America that you will hear about later on. As you can probably tell, I am very proud of what we do at MercyFirst and very appreciative that you can help us do this work. In addition to having the support and involvement of the Sisters of Mercy, who founded our agency in 1894, we also benefit from the strength and commitment of our Board of Trustees and our volunteers, one group of which we are honoring tonight for their incredible commitment to enhancing what we do. And of course, we cannot forget our staff. Our staff are truly inspiring for what they do every day in the name of MercyFirst. You know, when the coronavirus hit Long Island and New York City in March, we had no idea what we were in for. Recommendations on what to do were changing all the time. We were all scared and worried for ourselves and our family, and shortages of PPE made everything so much more difficult and dangerous. I think we all heard the message to stay home, and yet our staff could not stay home. Our staff were deemed to be essential workers by Governor Cuomo. Where we could, we had staff work from home, but the great bulk of our staff were needed to provide direct care and support to youth living on our campus, in our group homes, and our mother-baby residences, and our foster homes. I will tell you there were days when we were not sure if we could just keep it up, and yet our staff came to work every day. They inspired us. They also worked overtime to fill in for someone who had symptoms or was sick with COVID-19 and had to remain quarantined at home. And tragically, one of our staff passed away from COVID-19, while others lost friends and family members. I know, though, it was a difficult time for everyone. And yet, driven by a commitment to our mission to care for children who needed them, by families who depended on them, they kept coming to work every day to do what had to get done. Just amazing. I am honored to be the CEO of MercyFirst, where so many staff did so much during such difficult times, some of whom you'll hear from tonight. What drives them is seeing the positive changes taking place over time with the young people they care for, young people who have already been through so much at such an early stage. We strongly believe that with hope, everything is possible. So listen now to one of our young people speak about being in foster care with MercyFirst and what hope has meant to her.
I was 14 years old when I entered foster care. My dad and I were not getting along. My father remarried after my mother's death. This put a strain on our relationship. I felt as if my dad cared more about his new wife than me. She had 2 kids of her own, and he paid more attention to them. I began to act out by hanging out with the wrong crowd and staying out late, even on school nights. This continued for a while, for a few months. Once when I returned home, the police were at my house waiting for me. They tried to scare me. They will take me to juvenile detention if I didn't change my behavior. But I knew they couldn't do that because I didn't do anything wrong for them to take me to jail. I continued staying out late. I don't recall how it happened, but ACS got involved. At first, ACS tried to help mend the relationship between me and my father, but things were not going back to the way it was. My father then decided that he was going to move back to Guyana with his new wife. I didn't want to go back because I felt like it was disrespecting my mother's memory of her giving up everything so I could have a better education. When my father went back to Guyana, I was placed in foster care. I was taken to the children's center at 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. I didn't understand what was happening or where I was going. I was just told that I couldn't stay in my home any longer. I stayed in a room with 11 other kids. I was asked a lot of questions. The next day, all the kids were taken to Coney Island. While there, my bag was filled with all my stuff. I felt betrayed. I was supposed to be taken care of. Now I have nothing. Finally, I was placed in care of MercyFirst and brought to the only true home I have ever known. When I arrived at Miss Surrey's home, I was hesitant to open up. However, Miss Surrey and the other people in her home continued asking questions about me and invited me to have conversations with them. Sometimes we have meals together where we all come together as one big happy family and have fun. From the beginning, my new family supported me getting education. Slowly, I began to feel like a new member of the family. Her caring, encouragement, and loving support gave me everything I needed to continue focusing on my studies. Having a stable, supportive family and home made it possible for me to graduate high school 6 months earlier. I am now enrolled in my second semester in college. I could not have accomplished this without Ms. Ray, assistance, and the support of my new family. In addition to Ms. Ray, I have been given a great caseworker, Ms. Valerie, who has always been in my corner, encouraging me to get involved in positive things. Ms. Valerie and my foster sister encouraged me into becoming involved with the Youth Development Department. I joined the Career Academy program and Youth Council. Having everyone's support helped me increase my self-esteem and learn to better advocate for myself and others. The Youth Development Program has also assisted me with creating a resume, building my skills, and obtaining my first employment job at the Boys and Girls Club, where I worked for the past 2 years. Although I speak with my father often, I wish things could have been differently. In reflecting on all of this, I also come to realize that if my life had gone a different direction, I would have never met all these amazing people whose love and support have given me so much. Ms. Surrey, Ms. Valerie, and all the people at MercyFirst helped me achieve my goal that my mother had set up for me all those years ago. I am a college student on my way of fulfilling my dream of becoming an NYPD detective and a U.S. citizen. I believe with all my heart my mother would have been proud of all the things I have accomplished thus far.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. My name is Susan Lee, and I'm a board member of MercyFirst and tonight's event chair. Wow, what an amazing story. Stories like Chaitra are not uncommon here at MercyFirst, where we've made it our mission to help youth in need for over 125 years. In the next 40 minutes, we will showcase some really amazing people and highlight the work that they do with our organization and the youth in our community. So sit back, enjoy our program, and if our story resonates with you, I ask that you open your heart and text AOH, the amount, your name, to 970-840-9000. I'm gonna do it right now to show you guys. Now, and Susan. Done. It's easy peasy. So once that goes through, You will get a secure link where you can complete your contribution. Now I hand it off to a message from Sister Maureen King. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Sister Maureen King, Vice President of Mission Integration at MercyFirst. Oh, how I wish that we could all be in the same room, enjoying a wonderful evening together with beautiful views of our city, wonderful food, and each other's company. But unfortunately, that's not the case this year. So a special thank you to each of you who have chosen to participate in tonight's virtual Angel of Hope event. Tonight, our honoree is the Good Samaritan Outreach. This amazing group of people are stellar partners in ministry. They minister once a month to our youth in our Start With Hope program. This is the program that began about 6 years ago under the auspices of the Office of Refugee Resettlement. It is a response to provide safe shelter and care to unaccompanied minors from Central America who are fleeing gang violence, drugs, and other forms of chaos. At MercyFirst, we successfully try to reunite these young people with their families in our country. I'm not going to repeat the blurb on the invitation, but I will tell you about the Good Samaritan Outreach and that it brings the most amazing faith-centered prayer experiences each time they gather with our youth, whether it's virtually or in person, and the youth love it. The room is always filled with song, prayer, and love. I've had the privilege on several occasions to participate in their in-person services prior to the COVID pandemic, and I leave each time on such a spiritual high. Oh, and I forgot to mention the meal. At the end of the in-person service, the Good Samaritan Outreach provides a restaurant-quality meal that everyone sits down and shares together. Our tagline at MercyFirst, as most of you know, is "Hope is Unstoppable." Good Samaritan Outreach brings hope to our Start With Hope youth. So on behalf of all of my Sisters of Mercy, who have sponsored this agency for the past 126 years, we thank you and we ask God's continued blessings upon each of the members of the Good Samaritan Outreach and on all of you whose generous support of MercyFirst allows us to continue the works of mercy with our youth into the future. Be well, stay safe, and God bless you all.
Thanks, Sister Maureen. And now I'm happy to introduce Ann Gilday. She is our youth enrichment specialist on our campus, and she has worked directly with our honorees. So, Ann, tell us about Good Samaritan Outreach.
Hi, I'm Ann Gilday, and I am the Youth Enrichment Specialist for MercyFirst. I met Pastor Frank about 18 months ago when he heard about our START program, and he volunteered to put together a group. We began the program by coordinating monthly meetings where they would bring their volunteers to run a religious program for our Start for Hope kids who are only Spanish speaking. Our monthly programs entailed music that was very familiar to our kids. Then it led into one of the volunteers giving a testimony, and then it ended with a prayer. Biggest obstacle during the pandemic was not being able to be in person with our volunteers. There's something about the energy that a person gives off that is very palpable. Volunteers, they are generous of spirit, they are kind. It's really a joy just to feel their presence. The volunteers give the kids hope.
Please join me in welcoming the MercyFirst 2020 Angel of Hope honoree, Pastor Frank O'Neill and his wife Pat of the Good Samaritan Outreach.
My name is Frank O'Neill, and I want to thank everyone. It's my wife Pat O'Neill. And I want to thank everyone for this beautiful award that we received, recognizing the work that the Good Samaritan team has been doing at MercyFirst. I'm receiving it on behalf of the whole team. We have about 20 to 25 volunteers who just love doing what we're doing there with the kids. And you may be wondering why we do this. So the driving motivation behind all of this was something that I believe God put into my wife's heart, Pat's heart. She had been hearing about the border kids, and as a mom, she was burdened for them and began to pray and research for local opportunities and how she could somehow be part of helping them.
Okay. Yes, as we all know, I would say probably 2.5 years, if I'm correct with the time frame. You know, the immigrant children were front and center in the news. And as I would watch the news, my heart would just be moved with compassion, because I myself was an immigrant child over 58 years ago. And we know immigration was quite different back then than the challenges and the issues that we face today as a country. So my heart was really moved with compassion because I understood their challenges, the fear of the unknown, the sense of loneliness of leaving family behind, the treacherous journey that brought them to this country. And as I did some research, I came across actually a center in the Bronx, but living in the South Shore and attending church in the North Shore, I knew it would be an impossibility to put together a team to reach out to these young children. But providentially, I fast forward 8 months later, we were at some friend's home for a Christmas dinner, and they mentioned to me that another friend of ours who owns a restaurant in Manhasset was hosting these immigrant children for a Christmas brunch and purchasing gifts for them. Well, I said, well, where are these children being housed? And they said, well, they're being housed at MercyFirst in Syosset. Well, I was completely blown away and elated because I said, oh my goodness, I have to reach out to them and get some information and see how we can make this connection. And long story short, there's another friend of ours, Rich and Tammy Cutler, who became involved also with some of the Spanish-speaking children, providing some kind of like a Bible study for them. And we made the connection, and I happened to meet Ann, and then, this is how this whole thing developed, and we were able to put a team together and come on Sundays and once a month and just be able to really love on the children, give them hope and assurance that they were not alone, and that somehow or other God was going to help their circumstances and just build faith in them. So it was just wonderful how everything just unfolded for us and for them.
Yeah. So after that first, we had a visit there because Rich was doing a Christmas luncheon for them. So we came there and we visited, and we got to meet some of the staff members at MercyFirst. And after that first visit and meeting with MercyFirst staff and leadership, it became clear that the kids desired and needed some spiritual encouragement. And we felt that a monthly Sunday morning service where we could come and bring them hope and faith would be a good step. So as God would have it, though, after that meeting the following week, we coincidentally had a dinner at our home with a number of friends from our church who all spoke Spanish, and we shared with them what we were thinking and praying about, and they, with one voice, decided to be a part of what we named the Good Samaritan Ministry. So beginning around February 2019, on one Sunday each month, we've had up to 20 volunteers come to help. The group includes musicians and singers and speakers and mentors. The team arrives around 9:30 in the morning and to rehearse, and then we pray, and then the kids come in. We'll come in around 11 a.m. After a time of song and praise, we would have one of the team members share an encouraging message from God's word, and then we would pray for the kids. And this time was followed by a delicious meal prepared by the Cutler family, our restaurant. And during the meal time, they would sit at assigned tables with our team members, and where we get to break the ice with them and show them that they are not forgotten and that there is hope for the future. During that time, we also set up some prayer stations so that they can provide them opportunities for those who would like personal prayer, and many times they took advantage of that. So now, since COVID came, we have been able to transition to provide a very similar experience to them via Zoom, like we're doing now. once each month. So that's been a really exciting time for our team to continue to connect with the kids, and they look forward to it. We've had to adapt a little bit for the Zoom, but it's been really a fruitful time, rewarding for all of our team members. They all love doing it. Some of them are on this call on this meeting right now. They love doing it and look forward to each month. And we consider it a privilege to be able to serve God and these children. And our hope is that one day we would be able to resume our live meetings. So thank you so much. We're looking forward to an ongoing relationship with the kids there, and whatever else God would have us do there at MercyFirst.
And I would like to personally thank Elaine and Roger and Ann, who were very crucial at the beginning stage of us being able to make this connection with MercyFirst and the leadership there, and allowing us to come and provide these kind of meetings for the immigrant children. It has been super rewarding. We as church members, of course, we go to church every Sunday, but the highlight for us was that Sunday in particular. It was a highlight for us of the month to be able to spend time with the children.
Yeah. And Maria has been a great help with the Zoom, especially coordinating and make sure everyone's on there. And yeah, she's been great. So thank you to everyone.
Thank you so much for giving us this opportunity.
And thank you for this wonderful award, this beautiful award. We will treasure it. I'm going to share it with all of the team members. And thank you again. We love MercyFirst. So God bless.
Wow, just amazing listening to them. So really, we thank you, Pastor Frank and Pat, for connecting with us and really making the lives of our young people who are in our START program just so much richer. It's really just incredible. And now let me introduce you to Jackie McKelvey. Jackie is our Chief Program Officer, and she will introduce 3 of our staff who work in different programs at MercyFirst and who are there through thick and thin through COVID-19 and keeping MercyFirst going. Nanika on campus, Andrew in treatment family foster care, and Patrick in family support.
Just like the rest of the world, all of our lives have changed in unimaginable ways because of COVID-19. In the initial days of the crisis, we were challenged in so many new ways to continue the essential work that goes on in our programs, which were also expected to operate on a 24/7 basis. But I have to say, at the end of each day, after being pulled in so many directions, there's always a sense of significant accomplishment as we collectively experienced an undeterred commitment to service, compassion for others, and new levels of resiliency that kept everything moving forward. Understanding trauma has helped to guide our responses to the crisis, keeping us focused on communication, flexibility, social responsibility, and creative out-of-the-box thinking. Behind the scenes, our maintenance and housekeeping staff moved into high gear, cleaning and sanitizing everything. IT set up a remote workforce in a matter of days. Purchasing found ways to build our PPE inventory to safe levels. And HR spent most days reaching out to support staff who were managing personal struggles related to the virus. In residential programs, our nurses and youth support counselors showed up every day to care for our kids. They learned to balance their worries and the uncertainties in their life with being an active presence and source of strong support for our residents and for each other. The teamwork in residential programs has been truly extraordinary. We moved into the new world of virtual contacts to remain connected with all of our other clients, making sure they were safe and basic needs were being met. Daily check-ins have become a common occurrence, and clients consistently responded with appreciation for the genuine concern that has been expressed. These lessons in client engagement have become embedded in the ways we operate, keeping us focused on building strong relationships that help to support growth and change, especially in the midst of adversity. It has been said by many these days that crisis reveals character. At MercyFirst, true heroes have been revealed, and I have never felt more proud or grateful for incredible staff, dedicated families, and our youth who challenge us some days, but inspire us every day.
My name is Manika Woods.
My name is Andrew Jones.
My name is Patrick Bilas.
I would say during the height of the pandemic, I was concerned for the safety of the staff and the residents. Also implementing new ideas daily to keep the residents on campus.
Biggest challenge, or one of the biggest challenges, I think, for me during the height of the pandemic, was trying to keep the children and youth on my caseload engaged.
Yeah, a lot of this work has to do with human connection, right? And connecting through a screen is a little bit more challenging than connecting in real life. Biggest success is not losing connections with clients, and like trying my best to support them from a little bit farther away, right? So like there was a time in March at like the height of the pandemic when one of my clients like needed like diapers and wipes like pretty quickly. And I was able to like, take some precautions and get out there and do it.
My biggest success during the pandemic was still being committed to the program, the staff, and the residents.
People should donate to MercyFirst because it is an organization that's really grounded in the need and the realization of the hope that can happen from working together to improve the lives of children and families.
We at MercyFirst need your support now more than ever.
Hi folks, welcome back. It's me again. As you were watching the program, we received several donations already, and currently we've raised over $110,000, but we still have a little bit to go. Our goal for tonight is $165,000. So for those of you who are joining us just now, let me show you how to donate. All you have to do is text AOH, the amount you want to donate, your name, to 970-840-9000. And then once you've sent the donation in, you will be provided with a secure link to complete your contribution. I just want to spend some time tonight to talk about how I got involved with MercyFirst. I was first introduced to it through the scholarship dinner, and that was where I met all the youths, and it's just really great to see their accomplishment. And then the next event I attended as a board member was the Angel of Hope dinner 4 years ago. And let me tell you, I was just blown away by the stories of our honorees and what they've done with our children, and also our youth speakers who are incredibly courageous for sharing their stories with us, but also at the same time to show us the obstacles they have to overcome to get to where they are today. For that, I applaud all of you for helping us so far, for your continuous contributions through the years. At this time, I want to take a moment to recognize our platinum sponsor, Onyx Credit Partners, for donating $25,000 to tonight's event. Our chief benefactor sponsor Onyx Credit Managers for donating $10,000. And here are some of our other sponsors. Our St. Mary and Angel of Hope sponsors, Ridgewood Savings Bank, Barclays, Stuart Kavinsky, and Karen Lau donated $5,000. Our Ambassador of Hope sponsors, Elizabeth Venuti, Andrea Chris Clifford, Patrick McCarthy, Crow LLP, Kat Wallader, Wickersham and Taft LLP for donating $2,500. Our Sister of Mercy sponsor, Jeffrey McCaffrey, BDO, Marie Rizzi, and Bill May for their generous donation of $1,000. And let's not forget Rhonda Mecco for also donating $1,000. So tonight we have a full board participation of 100%. I'm really proud of my board. So as we head into the winter months, we are reminded that our staff are essential workers and they will be in the front line helping our youths and their families by providing services to them. To show them my appreciation for their dedication and commitment to the organization, I'm going to kick off this call to action by donating $10,000 to MercyFirst. I hope you'll join me in donating to this wonderful organization. It's truly been an honor for me to serve alongside my wonderful board members, because without them, none of this is possible. Not only have they donated, oh, I see Scott Gilday just donated $5,800. Thank you, Scott, one of our fellow board members. Without our board members, it's really hard to get where we are today because of them and their network. Paul Travers, $12,000. Way to go. Thank you, Paul. That's our board president, leading the team with his $12,000 donation. It's truly been blessed. I've been blessed to work with generous folks who not only give up their money, but also their time. We have board meetings every other month, and it's just been incredible to see these folks. So as you can see, in the last 5 minutes, I was able to raise $32,000 for this organization. And, throughout the evening, if you continue to check our Fundometer, you will see who our generous donors are. There will be various opportunities for you to donate tonight. Your $1,500 donation will fund a scholarship for our youth pursuing a college degree. So these are the scholars that we normally honor at our scholarship dinner in June, which this year, unfortunately, we haven't been able to host because of the COVID restriction. However, we did a virtual celebration, and it was great to see the young people celebrating. So it's been quite a journey. So yes, your donation of $1,500 will fund scholarships for our youth. And I hate to date myself and sound old, but Whitney Houston once said, the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Harold, thank you. Harold, our board member, just donated $1,500. Thank you. Yes, like I said, the youths are our future, and it's important to support them and give them the tools necessary to combat what challenges they have out there. And I think that it's really important to go forward and see that they have the support they need through education, So it's been really, really amazing. And folks, if you forgot or need a reminder, text AOH the amount to 970-840-9000, and you'll be provided with a secure link to complete your contribution. So once again, we're at the $1,500 level. If anyone wants to donate, please do so. So like I said before, our board has been very, very, very supportive and generous. And, we've been meeting virtually since March, and it hasn't been easy. One of the things that I miss the most is the scholarship dinner, like I just said, where we get to hang out with the youths and talk to them and really find out what motivates them, because sometimes it's challenging for youth, regardless of your situation. So that was one of the things that I really miss. And I hope that we can do this in the future. So the next program I want to speak to you about is the Star for Hope program, which MercyFirst started in 2014 in response to the humanitarian crisis in Central America, where unaccompanied minors were fleeing Central America's gang violence and drug problem. And what we do is we reunite them with families here already in the United States. So your donation of $1,000 will help us take them to cultural events and kind of expose them to events and stuff to hang out and gather and meet with people. So your donation of $1,000 will help us bring youth in the Star for Hope program attend cultural events. So it's really rewarding. I think that it's really important that, even though you're not at your home country, you are still connected with your culture. And, me being a New Yorker, I'm so blessed. I get to go to Chinatown. Andrew Chicano, thank you for donating $1,000, because I would keep rambling about what the $1,000 would do. Rhonda Mecco, thank you again for your donation of $1,000. So like I said, I've been really fortunate to be able to go to Chinatown, because I live in the city, and eat Chinese food. And Mark McKenzie, thank you for your donation of $15,000. But anyway, so, to have places to go to. Steve Davy, thank you for your donation of $1,500. So, it's been incredible to be able to go to these events, go to things where I'm immersed in my culture. And I think it's really important for youth in the Star for Hope program to be able to go to these events and be in touch with their culture. So thank you, Jeffrey Alderson, for your donation of $1,000. So another program that I'm hoping to get the opportunity to talk to you about is our foster family program. They work to reunite kids with their families or create new families through adoption. And, most of the program is done at our location here at Industry City in Brooklyn. And we provide training to foster parents. And so your donation of $5,000 will provide training to our foster parents. I just see that our board member, Brian Hecker, donated. I forgot what amount, but anyway, it was amazing. Thank you. See, the donations are coming in. I can barely keep track. It's just amazing. So for your donation of $500, we will be able to train our foster parent. So it's something that we take pride in. We do really well with our foster family, and it's incredible to see our newest member, Darcy. Thank you for donating $500. Great. So right now we are at $158,905. So we're really close. Carl and Suzanne Kellner, thank you for your donation of $500. So we are really close to our goal of $165,000. Mia Moraes, thank you for your donation of $500. Ken Mail, another board member, $500. This is amazing. So our fundometer we're hopefully going to be off the chart by the end of this evening, because our goal is to raise $1,650. So it's really been an honor to see all these donations coming in live. It's hard for me to keep track of some of them because they're just coming in, really quickly. But, I can't help but think about how many young people this money can help. Your generous donation will reach so many youths. And it's really incredible to see so many familiar names scrolling down on the side of the fundometer. And, it's just incredible to have you all continue with us through all these years. And so the next program I want to talk about is the Mother and Baby program, where we assist teen mothers or pregnant teens to offer them assistance and guidance on how to parent effectively. So we provide them with diapers and formulas and such. And so, your donation of $250 will help us provide formula and diapers to teens in this program for a month. I just saw that Alex BC donated $550, and he's been a longtime supporter. So thank you, Alex. Thank you so much. I'm looking at our list as we're scrolling. Rika Nair, thank you so much. Rika, another one of our longtime supporters. Thank you. She's part of Onyx Credit, headed by our our board president, Paul Travers. He works there. So thank you, Rika, for your generous donation. It's been incredible to see all these donations coming in, all these familiar names, like I said, and we couldn't do it without you. Unfortunately, we're not at the Rainbow Room. I'm at a conference room in Industry City, and it's really hot with the selfie light and the laptop. I'm doing the best I can. So the quicker you donate, the sooner I'll get off this virtual space. So anyway, next category. We've been in quarantine for a while. We've been in quarantine since March, and everyone developed a new hobby. I started fishing. My husband started fishing. My husband started running, reading books, doing all kinds of fun stuff, spending quality time together. And so for those of you who started arts and craft hobby, this category is for you. For a $100 donation, you will provide materials for our arts therapy program. And, our program, our arts therapy program has been very successful. Some of our artwork actually has been displayed at the United Nations. So, it's really incredible to see what kind of outlet kids seek when they need to find a source of release or connecting with someone. And your $100 donation will go a long way to help these children. Right now, we are at $161,855. Thank you, Edward Dane, for your donation of $150. We have about, if my math serves me correctly, about $4,000 to go, or 3,000 and change. So please help me out. It's really hot in here, and the sooner. Raisa Wahid, $100. Thank you, Raisa. So it's been really. Zoe Werner, thank you. Longtime supporter, Zoe's been our biggest advocate. She actually sent out emails today to Onyx people to remind them that the event's tonight and donations are coming in. We're at $162,180. So really close, folks. It's been a journey. It's been, COVID. Who would have thought I would meet you guys in this virtual space? It feels kind of awkward because I'm talking to myself, and but you know what? Whatever. Ethan Bradine for $100. Thank you. Whatever I can do to help this wonderful organization. It's been really dear to my heart. I've been on the board for 4 years now, and it's been an incredible journey. Thank you, Andrew Travers, for $100. So I know that right now, whatever you can donate is really appreciated. I know that everyone's stretched thin, and so not asking you to go out of your means to donate, and I don't want you to do that. So the next category I have, it's a $50 donation, which will help a rec department purchase equipment for our youth. And I've heard, and I think Scott Gilday was the one who told me that, we have a pretty awesome basketball team at MercyFirst, and I've yet to see it. But when this COVID is over, I'm gonna definitely go check out our team. Thank you, Sister Maureen Jesnick, for your donation of $50. Thank you, Sister Sheila Brown, for your donation of $50. Folks, again, if you need a reminder, please take out your cell phone and text AOH, the amount, your name, to 970-840-9000. Donations are coming in, and we're really close, folks. We are at $162,980, and our goal for tonight is $165,000. And it's usually, thank you, Vicki, for your donation of $100. Thank you so much, Vicki, my cousin. Thank you. And so normally we're meeting at a Rainbow Room, and this is the part where I'm twisting people's arms, and I'm pitting tables against tables, friends against friends, husband against wife, dads against daughters, and try to get them to donate against each other. Who would donate more? And, you know, we don't really have that opportunity right now. And so, you know, I'm doing it virtually, and looks like, you know, we've been pretty successful, $163,080. So I want to be mindful that we are meeting virtually, and I'm thankful that you're spending this time with us. So before I leave you, I am going to remind you, I have this little card. I know that the graphics guy has something that's going to come up, but mine says, okay, AOH amount name to 970-840-9000. Folks, please donate whatever you can. It's greatly appreciated. And now I will hand it off to the skinniest Santa Claus ever and our board president and fundraising extraordinaire, Paul Travers. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm Paul Travers, Chair of the MercyFirst Board of Trustees. First, I want to express my thanks to every one of you for supporting our Angel of Hope event tonight. Whether you're an individual or a corporation who stepped up to help, it is greatly appreciated in these very difficult times. To my employer, Onyx Credit, once again, you stepped up tonight as a platinum supporter. Words cannot express my thanks for your support that you extend to MercyFirst on my behalf. And to so many of my friends and colleagues, what you're doing is outstanding, and I'm very, very touched. Those of you who know me know that my connection to MercyFirst is a very personal one. I'm a child of MercyFirst, then known as Angel Guardian in Brooklyn. I was in foster care and then adopted by my parents, the only parents I've ever known. My parents gave me a family and a strong foundation to grow up in. Today, my wife Peg and I have a family of our own, 2 daughters and a son, and we are currently blessed with our first grandchild. While I had the good fortune of working from home these past 7 months, I had the ultimate joy of watching my grandchild begin life. But I don't forget that while I was able to do that, our staff at MercyFirst went to work every day to support our families or to care for the children and the teens in our care. While some of our colleagues or family members got sick, they kept coming to work at MercyFirst to do what we could not do without them, to care for children we are responsible for in our mother-baby residence or on campus or in family foster care. MercyFirst did not and could not close during COVID-19. Those staff are my heroes, and you heard from a few of them tonight. They are amazing. Just incredible what they did and do every day in the name of MercyFirst and the Sisters of Mercy, literally putting their own safety on the line to care for others in need. This is our legacy. It is our work today, and it will continue to be our work tomorrow, and for many years to come. Thank you again.
Thanks, Paul. And I want to thank Susan for not running out of steam during her call for support. And those of you out there, you can continue to text AOH and the amount and your name, and that will bring you to a secure site, and that will continue for some time, even after we close out here. So I want to thank all our trustees and friends who supported us during COVID-19, and especially those who worked to help make this virtual event a reality. It's a little, I miss being able to meet people and talk and chat and kind of be at the Rainbow Room, but I'm sure we will be back there next year. Hopefully each of you have been able to, during this time, is follow the instructions that were mailed to you to make your own Hope Teeny. It's our version of a martini, but with MercyFirst, there's always a little hope in everything that we do. So whether you had 1 Hope-a-Teeny or 2, I lift mine to thank you all for joining us tonight and helping us reach our goal, to hope. Not bad. Not bad at all. So the last item that we have is the raffle. And so I am going to pull out our little basket and see what we have here. I think you can all see this. I won't say it was certified by Arthur Anderson because we know what happened to them. Usually this is when I would call out for one of the sisters to come because no one would question her honesty and forthrightness in terms of pulling out the right name, and not mine, but I wouldn't mind that either. So we're going to do one final turn of the drum. You can keep texting AOH the amount and your name. Let me check the final amount here. We have a total of $4,100. So the winner will get $2,050. That's oh, look at that. We have hit 165, 430. Susan Lee, you did it, and everyone out there did it. Thank you very much. We hit our goal. That's terrific, and this will only make it a little bit better. So let me look up at the sky so no one will ever accuse me of cheating. Put my hand in here. Let's see. This side, this side. Okay, we have one. Let me close this up. And let's see. I've been able to avoid using my glasses the entire night. Not bad. And the winner is Jordan Brock, New York City. Jordan, we have your information. We'll be in touch with you. To everyone out there, thank you so much for coming. I hope to see you in person soon. If anyone is really interested in learning more about what we do at MercyFirst, you can contact me. I'm more than happy to meet you on campus or meet you in Brooklyn, whatever works for you. And we'll talk more about what we do at MercyFirst, where we say hope is unstoppable. Have a wonderful night, and thank you for joining us. Take care.